Did you know that what you do in the first hour after waking up could determine whether you live to 90 or beyond? It's incredible, but absolutely true. Most people don't realize that they are unknowingly sabotaging their lifespan every morning, even before they finish breakfast. In this video, I'm going to reveal 7 morning habits that individuals who live to 90 and beyond swear by. The best part? Habit number 4 takes only 30 seconds, but it could add years to your life. These are secrets that most doctors don't tell you, but the evidence is undeniable. Let me tell you about Walter. At 65, Walter began to witness his friends start having serious health issues, heart disease, cognitive decline, and difficulty moving. But today, at the age of 93, Walter still lives independently, drives his own car, and even volunteers at a community garden 3 times a week. What's his secret? It's not genetics. Most of his family members don't live past 75. The difference came when Walter discovered and applied 7 specific morning habits after attending a health seminar at age 65. These seemingly small changes completely transformed his health trajectory. While his friends weakened, Walter was bursting with energy. When I asked him what made the difference, he pointed to his morning routine without hesitation. "What I do in the first hour after I wake up saved my life," he told me. And today, I'm going to share Walter's secret with you. Are you ready to discover the morning habits that could totally transform your health after the age of 60? Let's get started. Habit 1. Drink water immediately upon waking. Do you know what's happening in your body right now if you haven't had water yet this morning? Your blood is becoming thicker, putting dangerous pressure on your heart, and the first thing centenarians do when they wake up is not check their phones or turn on the TV. It's drink water. The timing of when you drink water is crucial. Top researchers in kidney health and longevity at Harvard Medical School have found that dehydration overnight accelerates aging by up to 31%. Dr. Jessica Rotman, director of kidney health at Harvard, explains that while you sleep, your body gradually becomes dehydrated, leading to a condition known as morning blood thickening, which makes the heart work harder and damages small blood vessels in the brain and kidneys. This harm accumulates over time and speeds up the aging process. Listen to the story of Yuvia. At 72, she had chronic kidney problems, constant fatigue, and memory loss. Doctors were considering putting her on dialysis, but when she started drinking 16 ounces, about 473 milliliters of water as soon as she woke up, even before getting out of bed, her kidney function improved by 28% in just 60 days. "The doctor couldn't believe my blood test results," Yuvia shared. "He asked me what medications I was taking, and I told him I was just drinking water first thing in the morning. Here's what you need to do. Tonight, place a full glass of water on your nightstand before going to bed. The moment you open your eyes tomorrow, before your feet even touch the floor, drink the entire glass. Not coffee, not tea, just water. Room temperature water is best because cold water can shock the body. Make this a non-negotiable habit, just like brushing your teeth. Your organs are craving hydration after hours of sleep. Don't make them wait another minute. Can you commit to this simple habit tomorrow to significantly improve your kidney function and heart health? Habit 2. Get natural light exposure. Are you unknowingly sabotaging your circadian rhythm each morning without realizing it? If you're not getting exposure to natural light within 30 minutes of waking up, you're missing out on one of the most powerful longevity triggers that researchers have discovered. Studies from the National Institute on Aging have shown that getting morning sunlight exposure within 30 minutes of waking up increases nighttime melatonin production by 73%. Dr. Andrew Peterson, a leading expert in health, circadian rhythms, and aging, explains that exposure to morning light triggers a cascade of hormonal processes that dictate everything from sleep quality and metabolism to cognitive function for the next 24 hours. Skipping this morning light signal has been linked to a 37% higher risk of developing neurodegenerative diseases after age 70. Take Benjamin's experience. At 75, he had been battling chronic insomnia for decades. He tried everything from prescription sleeping pills to expensive supplements, but nothing worked long-term. Then, his doctor recommended a simple change. Spend 10 minutes outdoors, right? After waking up, no matter the weather. Within 2 weeks, Benjamin started falling asleep faster and sleeping longer. But the biggest surprise was the unexpected benefits. My blood pressure dropped by 15 points, and the afternoon fatigue disappeared. Completely, he said. All I did was sit on my porch with my morning coffee instead of staying inside. Don't wait another day to implement this life-changing habit. Tomorrow morning, aim to get exposure to natural light within 30 minutes of waking up. Even on cloudy days, outdoor light is 50 to 100 times brighter than indoor light and provides important wavelengths your brain needs. If moving is difficult, simply sitting by an open window can make a difference. In the winter or bad weather, consider using a medical light therapy lamp as an alternative, but natural light is always superior. This isn't just about better sleep. It's about resetting your entire internal clock to slow aging at the cellular level. Will you give your body this gift tomorrow morning? Habit 3. Light movement before breakfast. What you do before drinking your morning coffee could determine how your joints feel when you're 80. Most people make the mistake of staying still until breakfast, inadvertently activating inflammatory processes that accelerate joint degeneration. Rheumatologists at Mayo Clinic have found that light movement in the morning helps reduce joint degeneration in older adults by up to 65%. Dr. Lisa Monroe, head of geriatrics at Mayo Clinic, says, "Our research shows that light movement before breakfast activates a process called autophagy, which is vital for joint health. We've measured a significant difference in inflammatory markers between older adults who move before breakfast and those who eat first." Take the story of Harrius. At 68, she was scheduled for knee replacement surgery after years of severe arthritis pain. As a last resort, her physical therapist suggested a 7-minute light movement routine right after waking up, before eating anything. Within 3 months, her pain significantly reduced to the point where her surgeon canceled the surgery. "I thought my active days were over," Harrius shared. "Now I can play with my grandchildren again. It all started with a few minutes of morning movement. Here's your action plan for tomorrow. After drinking your water, but before breakfast or coffee, spend 5 to 10 minutes doing gentle movements to warm up your joints. This isn't high-intensity exercise, just movements that feel comfortable. Try gently rotating your ankles, knees, hips, shoulders, and wrists. Stand up and gently sway side to side. Touch your toes if you can, or just bend forward slightly. The key is continuous movement to wake up your joints and muscles. Do you feel stiff in the mornings? That's a sign your body needs something. Don't ignore it. This short period of movement activates longevity pathways that won't be triggered if you stay still. Will you prioritize this few minutes tomorrow to protect your joints for decades to come? Imagine moving easily at 85 or 90. Those who achieve this don't rely on lucky genetics. They simply follow a consistent morning routine. Will you join them? Habit 4. Practice 30-second breathing. This 30-second breathing habit is the most powerful practice that nearly all people over 90 follow, but many completely overlook. What if I told you that how you breathe in the morning could determine your stress response for the entire day, potentially adding or subtracting years from your life? Researchers from the Blue Zones, areas where people regularly live past 100, have found that centenarians practice specific breathing patterns that reduce cellular stress by up to 48%. Dr. Michael Cohen, who studies longevity practices in Sardinia, Italy, explains, "We've measured significant differences in inflammation and stress hormones between those who practice intentional breathing in the morning and those who don't. In the mountain villages of Sardinia, where men often live into their late 90s, Doug Glass observed a morning ritual among the elders. Each morning, before doing anything else, they stand outdoors and perform a series of rhythmic deep breaths. When researchers measured their heart rate variability and cortisol levels, they found patterns similar to much younger individuals. A 96-year-old shepherd explained, "I breathe in the morning to prepare my body for a good day. If I skip it, I feel it by noon. My energy drops, and my thinking becomes foggy. Here's the 30-second routine you can start tomorrow. After drinking your water, and ideally while exposed to natural light, practice the 4 to 7 and 8 breathing technique. Inhale gently through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold for 7 seconds. Then exhale fully through your mouth for 8 seconds, making a whooshing sound. Repeat this cycle 3 to 4 times. That's it, 30 seconds. This signals your body to activate longevity pathways instead of stress responses. It may sound too simple to work, but science is clear. This brief habit has measurable impacts on blood pressure, inflammation, and stress hormones. Will you invest 30 seconds tomorrow morning to improve your health? This could be the highest return health investment you make. Habit 5. Breakfast with protein and fiber. Could your breakfast be quietly sabotaging your chance of living past 90? The truth is, what most Americans eat for breakfast is actively accelerating the aging process, and many don't realize it until it's too late. Geriatric nutritionists have identified specific breakfast patterns in long-lived populations that help reduce inflammation by up to 53%. Dr. Valerie Richard Horner, a leading researcher at the Institute of Longevity Nutrition, explains, the first meal of the day sets metabolic patterns that affect everything from insulin sensitivity to inflammation levels. Our research shows that a breakfast containing at least 25 grams of protein and 8 grams of fiber creates a metabolic environment that supports cell repair rather than causing cell damage. Look at Gerald's experience. At 68, he was diagnosed with prediabetes and had elevated inflammation markers. Although he wasn't overweight, doctors predicted he would develop full-blown diabetes within 2 years. Instead of starting medication immediately, Gerald worked with a nutritionist to change his breakfast. He switched from his usual toast and coffee to a protein and fiber-rich breakfast. 6 months later, his blood markers were completely normal. The only thing I changed was my breakfast, Gerald emphasized. The doctor couldn't believe I could reverse the trend just by changing one meal. Here's the longevity breakfast formula. Combine a high-quality protein source like eggs, Greek yogurt, or plant-based protein if you prefer, with fiber-rich foods like berries, chia seeds, oats, or vegetables. Add a healthy fat source like avocado, nuts, or olive oil. Avoid refined carbohydrates before 10 a.m. as they cause insulin spikes, speeding up aging. Can you make this change tomorrow morning? The great thing about this habit is it doesn't require extra time. You're already having breakfast. Just change what you're eating to activate longevity pathways instead of accelerating aging. These 5 simple habits could add years to your life. Will you start making them part of your morning routine?